Hey, it's Joy. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're hanging out with me today. I have another fun project using the Crafty Advent Calendar from Spellbinders. Unfortunately, this is sold out. You may be lucky enough to find one at a brick and mortar, but I haven't found one today. So today is day 8, and we're going to see what the surprise is. Now, mind you, you don't have to use exactly what I'm using. So if you have something in your stash, you could pair this with other things. So today's surprise were these fun mushrooms that are multi-layered. And I'm going to do something new for me. I'm going to try my hand at sepia toned coloring. So that's right, I'm going to color the whole thing in brown tones. Using my BetterPress carrier plate, I put the plate down, and then I'm inking this up with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Yes, I am saying Memento. I know that Spellbinders has their BetterPress inks, but this is what I'm going to use so that I can Copic color. I'm also using Hammermill cardstock, which is pretty thin compared to like the cotton cardstocks that you find at for BetterPress. But I'm using that so that I can Copic. So basically, you're not getting the texture of a letterpress, but you are getting an awesome impression. So for my coloring, I am so excited with the way this turned out, and I hope you guys do too. I am using the E31 through 39 family of Copics. Typically when I color flowers, I do one petal at a time, and I move on to my next color before I go on to the next petal. But since I'm using the E31 family, they're all the same tone, not the same saturation. So I felt like we could probably get by with doing multiple petals at one time. So I started out with the E39, and I put those at the base where the stamen is, as well as the tips. Then I skip a step and I go to the E35, meaning I skipped the E37. And I start to extend those shadows and those lines, and I'm just making sure to feather in some texture like you would get in nature. If you're interested in any of the products that I'm using, they will be linked in the description box below. Then I come in with an E31. So I skipped the E33 and I went straight to the E31, and I'm getting a really nice shine. From here, I go in with the E39 and the 37 for the stamen, because I want the stamen or the center of the flower to be the darkest. And later on, I will come back in and stipple that back in. Now I'm just repeating my process where I am putting in my darkest color where all of the shadows would be. So anywhere a leaf or a mushroom or a petal is overlapping, I am putting a pretty big shadow in with that E39. And then I move on the exact same process with a 3-5. I think I do bring in a 3-3 and a 3-1. So, like, this is really seriously my first time trying this. And what I'm finding out with sepia coloring is it's the same process that you do with if you're using multiple colors. You just have to put in your scary darks, which in this case is going to be my E39. And then the trick that I brought in was a YR21 to just give it a little glimpse of a yellow. And now I'm coming in with an E79, and I'm really accentuating those shadows. And you're going to see how this like just pops off the page once I bring in that E79. So I do think that that's the key to this coloring. You'll have to let me know what you think. Now I am bringing in the tawny brown, which is part of the BetterPress ink line. And I ink up the sentiment that came with the autumn floral corner. And then I die cut that off camera. Now I'm setting up my page. I'm basically cutting my entire set of mushrooms in a like a pearlescent ivory. And I'm going to do a tone on tone effect. And I'm going to layer those up because I'm trying to stick with the sepia or earth tone look to it. I just love this. It's kind of like a reverse clean and simple. Like it's clean and simple, but it's got a lot of brown. I don't know. I love this. You're just gonna have to let me know what you think of this card. I am over the moon happy with it. I think Spellbinders did such a great job curating this kit. This kit was made so that you could craft all year round with it. I did use a razor knife, and I followed the lines of the petals so that I could stick the mushrooms down, and I ultimately come up with this design. I am now taking a piece of brown cardstock and I am adhering that to my A2 top folding card base, and then I popped up that card front panel with foam tape, and I'm also popping up the sentiment on with foam tape, and I just love this, guys. I love this. Using some flat back pearls from my stash, I am just scattering this along my my card front just to give it a little bit of shimmer and shine. So if you've hung out with me this long, I would ask that you would kindly consider subscribing, liking, commenting, because that helps the YouTube overlords see my videos a little bit more. But most importantly, I love that you guys hang out with me. I appreciate everything that you do for me, and I hope that you're having a great holiday season and that you're enjoying these advent calendars. So I hope you come back tomorrow for day 9. Here are some final looks at my card, and again, I'm in love. All right, so until next time, keep crafting. See you, friends. Bye-bye.